Hello guys, do you remember this man? In my previous video, the one I talked about regarding the building project in the Gambia and the issues that happened after he installed the borehole, he later went back to the site. He installed the solar panel and the solar panel switch. He is not somebody you have to play with. Remember him? Now, I don't know if you remember. Let me refresh your memory so you remember because I have a lot to talk about. Now watch this video. Hello beautiful people, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Yudi. I want to share my experience once again with you concerning PVTV Gambia. These people presented themselves to be contractors. They're not. They're not contractors. So on my other video, the last video I made, I shared with you some stuff, the messages. But this, I'm going to give you the summary of everything. And it's important for you to know the truth about people like this so that when you see them, you can easily know who they are. You don't need to fall a victim. My experience can it can happen to anyone, but I'm trying to avoid it not to happen to you. So I have to share my experience with you. So they were trying to, say I'm trying to use the, what is it called? The page to grow my channel. So they classify themselves into big YouTube channel or what. Please, that's not what we're talking about. Let's stick to the facts, right? You were even struggling to even make money from YouTube. And there you are telling me I'm trying to grow my channel from your... Come on now, let the big YouTubers say that. Come on, not you. So back to what we're talking about. Maybe he's trying to divert people's attention. No, you can't scam people. I will make people not to fall a prey because you're trying to shift away from the fact to say something that is not even applicable to what I'm trying to let people know, which is to be aware of people like you trying to scam people. It's not going to work. So now let's focus on what I'm about to share with you guys. So this is it. When you do a business with someone, first of all, you want to build yourself a home, right? You start with a borehole. So we started with a borehole with this people called PVTV Gambia. That's what they call him, but his name is Adam. You have it here in our receipt and everything, so you get to see all that. And then, so with the project that was about to start, we started up with the borehole, right? And then the borehole was done, which includes all the assistance, which is the paperwork, the floor plans, the label, everything was included after the borehole was done. Now we want to move on to the next stage, right? This invoice was issued back in May. I'm going to be showing you with the dates, right? Was issued back in May. Now, my husband came back to the US and could you believe that another invoice was sent for the exact same project that my husband had paid for. This time around, the date was backdated, right? I can't believe that. So I was thinking that they will be sincere enough to share this when they were showing the video, right? So guys, this is what I'm talking about. Since they're not sincere enough to show this to the people, to show the true invoice, first of all, let me zoom this, come on. Let people know the truth. Whose account number is this? Who was this invoice issued to? And whose account number is this? No, look at it because I want to be showing you this in detail. They said they showed all their evidence, but they never showed this, right? Did they show this? Did they tell you that the due dates which the clients paid for the first borehole installation, this was the first date, right? Which is May 29, due to be paid May 30th. Right. Look at the account number paid to EcoBank. Whose name is this? Whose name is this? Now, this is it. These services were supposed to include, right, the floor plan, the borehole assistance, the installation, plumbing, electrical, and everything. So he listed out this, which is tank, solar pump, tower, drill service. And this was done back in May. Now, this is done, right? So you want to tell me that a client asked you to do a job, so you didn't finish on this. You gave a client this receipt and the client paid and you stamped it paid, right? This is done in May. Okay, let's proceed. This is done in May. I'm showing you in detail because they were not they were not sincere enough, right, to show this. But let me show it now. Okay, this is second. The next time the client heard from them after the payment was done, and see it clearly. Okay, peace. I hope you're well. The floater will be installed tomorrow. Once they finish, I will pay them and take the receipt. However, the system is set up and working, so we are good to go with the water, right? So the money that was paid on May 29th, so he will use that to settle whoever was working in there to get the receipt. So that is that. And then remember, the contract for the whole for the building is not even signed yet, right? So we first of all started with the borehole. So he said, I have sent over the contract to your email with a link to help you electronically sign it. If you would like, I'll also send it here for your review once you are and the document is signed. Then I'll proceed. This is second, right? I need to show you how people have criminal mind, right? Look at the day. This is June 2nd that he spoke about this, and that was over, right? Okay, now this is the next one. Okay, June 2nd. I'm coming to that. Okay, I'm coming to that. I want to explain in detail. So the next time we heard from them was this message. Remember the last time he sent a message, he said that the floater was ready and everything was okay. So he was still getting us to sign the contract. Now look at the date. When he realized this contract is not going to be signed, and he came up with, what do I do? What do I do? I've been hoping so much on this contract. And these clients will not sign this contract. How do I do? I just need some money. Let me see what I can do. I might still get something from him. Let me just see what I can do. Then he sent this on the 20th, right? Hi, Samuel. Just sent your invoice. How many times invoice? Second invoice for the same job? But to have a criminal mindset, please, I'm coming to that. I want to explain in detail. Now, hi, Samuel. Just sent your invoice for the completed work to your email. I'll attach it here as well. Services include paperwork assistance, which I had just mentioned that's what was supposed to be included, and which they agreed on that before that was paid, right? Back in May. Paperwork assistance, floor plans with electrical, plumbing, and borehole assistance. Now look, that is when they knew that we were not signing that contract, and he said, we are sad to part ways. So now where did you get the invoice? I'm going to show you that. So because you're sad that we are parting ways, we couldn't sign your contract because nobody want to pay all those fees, and you now came up with this. Okay, look, the invoice that he said he sent, which is when Oh, this is the one we paid. I'm coming to that. His fake invoice. Come on, fake invoice. Okay, here you go. Now look at it. He sent us an email saying that he sent it on the 20th, but look, he backdated it to June 2nd. That's the same date that he told his clients that the floater will be ready. He will pay them and get that receipt, right? Never did he mention that another surprise package of fake invoice was coming because he didn't sign. So we have to pay for the fact that we didn't sign the contract. Look at that. Now I gotta zoom this so you can see. Look at that. This time around the price changes. Did you see that? Now I guess you can see clearly, right? When I'm telling you to be aware of these people, I mean it. I don't want you to, you know, spend your hard-earned money without getting a result or dashing out to people like this. Look at his account number that he wants somebody to pay. How much is this time around? Look at that. Where is this coming from? This is what he actually listed out on the other one. So you want us to pay this amount twice? The other amount is separate. This is now separate because they added it up that these people won't sign this contract. Let's just put all this together. Oh, he stays in a nice hotel. He can pay it. Let's just come up with something. So you're charging me for not signing your contract? Or you're charging me just because you feel that, oh no, I expected so much from him and now he's not going to sign my contract. So what do? I need some money. Guys, be aware again, people going around to project themselves to be contractors when they are scammers. Please be aware. Did they show Kiki all this? I bet they didn't. They didn't. We different it. They didn't. This is where I came in. After all that back and forth trying to extort money from your client, which is Samuel. So I said, this is not right. You don't do business like that. If you want something, you can just tell your client, can I just have something because I put all my hope on that contract. As you're not signing, you're going to, you know, be working with someone else. Can I just have some? That is understandable, right? Not bringing something like this up, you know. Then I said, Adam, hello Adam, I would like to address the recent messages you have been sending to my husband regarding an additional service charge I saw in my husband's email. Please be reminded that when my husband asks you for the total cost of the job, including everything, you provided him with a final amount, right? So you gave a client an invoice, right in front of you, not like the invoice, not like the client was not present. He was there with you. You gave him and he asked you, is this everything you paid? So when you go to the store and you buy things, right, and then you pay, so the store will now send you another invoice to your house. I doubt. This is ridiculous. And then final amount. Based on that, he transferred the full payment to your account, Adam. This was done in good faith, with the understanding that the total you gave included service charges, right? Your invoice, I'm glad I put this. I said your invoice and service charge only came up now, which is when June 20th, 2025. 3 weeks, right? This is after they have come to conclusion that, oh no, this client has moved on. What do I do? What do I do? They're panting and panting. And then they send this 3 weeks after the job was completed. After the job was, completed and paid for, and after my husband had returned to the United States. At no point did you mention that additional fees would be added later, nor was there an agreement for weekly or ongoing charges, right? Because it seemed like that it was a weekly charges. So you also confirmed via voice message that the building permit was ready And when my husband asked for the total price you gave him, which he immediately transferred the money to your account, right? This is ridiculous. Now I want to read the complete message. Okay, return to the United States. Let me see. Okay. You also confirmed via messages that the building permit was ready, and when my husband asked for the total price you gave him, which he paid immediately. So respectfully, there is no outstanding balance. The business was concluded. In response to your statement, because he was trying to be funny to look like, oh, okay, somebody's owing you, when the person is not owing you. You can see the time I stayed all night to type this message, right? This message came in very late, so you can see 11:59 p.m. So in response to your statement, do you think this is for free? Please understand that we never expected free services. So you want to tell me somebody, packed his bag, entered a flight, come to the Gambia to discuss business that they have been on phone. Your client has been on phone with you discussing this business. Then he will now come and then think that is a free services. I mean, do you see how these people really want to maneuver things and feel that somebody doesn't know what they're doing? I need you to look at it so that when you see people like this, you'll be able to identify them quickly. So, and most Americans, they don't like free things. They pay for services, right? Free things are not even good, right? So, especially in business, how do you even expect that somebody wants you to do a free thing when you're doing business with someone? So please understand that we never expected free service. That is exactly why my husband always asks for the total price upfront to avoid any confusion or surprise charges. And then here is a question. This was June 23rd, when they were going back and forth to see if my husband was going to give them another money for that thing they came up with. So he said the wife stamped this invoice, right? Why would she stamp paid if it wasn't fully paid? Can you answer the question? Why will you do a job, somebody paid you, and you feel the person didn't pay you enough and you stamped it? Or you got something else coming? All right, guys, so you see what I'm talking about? They never showed this part. They never showed this, right? This is it. With all the evidence they said they showed, they never showed that this borehole that they did for us was paid and it was stamped, right? So are you going to tell me that a client asks you to do a job? So you finished this job and the client went home without paying you? Are you that nice? Really? We couldn't carry on with that contract, because I don't know how you will see somebody and then change a contract which was already discussed. This whole thing was discussed before my husband actually left the US to come to the Gambia. So why now see him in person? What has that got to do with the price? Or you saw the hotel and then you change? That's not how it's done. When you want to put yourself in a business, you ask, how is this business being done? Besides, you don't even have a license for this thing you want to do. How many people are having issues with you? I know about them. You don't want us to talk about that, right? How many people are you having issues with because you told them you can bill? At the end of the day, you can't do it. You can't deliver it. How many people? You know it. You know what I'm talking about, Adam. You know it. A lot of people are actually fighting to get their money back from you. And you cannot condone with all these people, because there are too many, that you mess with their money. But thank God that we saw this coming earlier. We saw this coming early enough. That's why I don't want more people to fall a victim of these circumstances with their hard-earned money. Right. So guys, when I say something, I always like to show you a proof to back up whatever I'm saying, so you know it's the truth. Now, this is the borehole that we paid for. You saw it on that invoice that it was paid for, the tank, the solar panel. Right now, they have gone to steal this solar panel. As I speak to you, could this be a coincidence? No. They have gone to steal the solar panel, but the neighbor solar panel that has been there before this one was installed is still there. So you see, I always say with proof. Now look at the present picture. Where is the solar? Where is the solar panel? That is what I'm talking about. I'm saying it with proof, as you can see. So the borehole we paid for, right? Now they have gone to remove the solar panel. Who does that? Could that be a coincidence? Look at the video when we did the whole thing with the panel. You can see the panel, the solar panel on it. You can see it when we paid for it. It was listed on that invoice, right? Now, I have a story for you, because when I posted that video, right, a lot of people were saying that I'm just making up stuff. But I'm happy that he did the same thing to another woman that took him to court, and the lady won the case. Now he is on the run. Hey, I'm trying to help you guys, because I don't want you to throw away your hard-earned money, right? If you have so much money that you don't know what to do with it, travel to Africa. Now, when you see those homeless people in Africa, you can give your money to them and then catch the next flight back to the US. That way, heaven will record your good deeds far, far more better than giving your money to a grown man. But the sad thing in this whole scenario is the fact that after all this video, there are people that will still not listen. But well, that is actually on you, because I am warning you. He is on the run right now. Adam is on the run. He has changed his YouTube names a couple of times. When he scam you and you realize that he's a scammer and you try to expose him, right? Put his channel name here, boom, he will change it. He will get a new name. But he keep advertising that he is into building. And people are patronizing him. And at the end of it, no house, no money. It is not easy in America. Yes, it is easy to make the money when you work. But the fact is, in Africa, there are people who truly want this money, who are truly hungry. Not this grown man. He is hungry, but it's a different ball game. If he tells you, please send me money, like some of them go to Africa and beg for money. It's understandable if you're begging, but not for you to tell people that, send me money, I am a contractor. You don't feed a grown-up man like this, right? When he's trying to collect your money and you're thinking that you're building a house, right? But in his mind, he's taking your money and you won't see the money. No building, no money. It's not worth it. And then to think that you will leave America, go to Africa and start dragging him to court. It's not worth it. Do not say I didn't warn you.